Hi everyone! About 2 minutes ago I just finished the Blood of Olympus. There are gonna be spoilers in this video, might as well go now, but this is the conclusion to the Heroes of Olympus and Percy Jackson series by Riordan. Please just go read them because they've made such an impact on my life. Okay, spoiler people go. Now let's talk about this, everyone. This book was so good. I think it cracks out at my favorite of the Heroes of Olympus series. I did have a few problems with it because there wasn't a Percy and Annabeth POV or a Percy or Annabeth POV. I really wanted that because I wanted them to have time by themselves just to be Percibeth and be amazing. But we didn't get that. We did have Percy and Annabeth, what any amount of them is fine, but I would have liked more. I wasn't a huge fan of how everything got wrapped up in the fact that, like, to me, it didn't really end. It could have gone on for like 10 more chapters, but overall 5 million stars, and it was amazing and just perfection. I was crying, and I'm crying because of Leo. Leo. He sacrificed himself, which is so Leo-like. Of course Leo did that because he cares about people so much, and he is so kind, and he's such a good friend, and he's so generous. Of course he did that. I don't expect anything less from Leo. When that happened, I broke down. I was sitting right here, and I just finished it, and I went and told my mom, and I'm like, I'm done. She's like, how'd it go? And I'm just sitting here literally in tears, just, oh my gosh. And then when he woke up in Ojagia to see Calypso, I was like 40 pages from the ending, and I was like, Rick Riordan better speed things up. No one's died, which is unusual. Good, but unusual. Leo hadn't gotten to Calypso, which was my number one. My top three standards for this book was Nico doesn't die, Percibeth forever, and Leo gets Calypso. Those are my 3 standards. Nico didn't die. Praise everything good in life. If Nico had died, I would not be competent right now, and I would be vomiting and crying and ripping my hair out and burning all these books, and I would do it on film. I promise you I would. If Nico D'Angelo died, it makes me mad to even think about it, so I'm not going to. But Leo was my other one. I told my mom on my way to get the book, I'm like, okay, here's what has to happen. And I was screaming in the car. I'm like, Leo can't die. He has to find Calypso. Nico can't die. Percy and Annabeth has to stay together. Frank stay safe. Hazel, step it up a little. Jason, stop being unconscious and stupid. And Piper, keep it awesome. Those were my standards. And I was so glad Nico didn't die. Jason got a little bit better. I never really liked Jason. I thought he was pretty boring, to be completely honest. And he kept running into things and being unconscious, which was stupid. I mean, if you can fly, take some lessons or something, please. And Percy and Annabeth will forever be my OTP. Always and forever. Absolutely always and forever. Percy and Annabeth. And was anybody else picking up some Nico and Will Solis vibes? Because I totally was. Like at the end, I'm like, okay, this could be a thing. When Nico told Percy, oh my gosh, that was the best page ever. When he was telling Percy, he's like, I think I need to clear the air. And Percy's like, what do you mean? And he says, for a long time I had a crush on you, just wanted you to know. And then Percy says, so you mean... Wait, so you mean, and he says, I'm not your type. Wait, so he just keeps saying wait, and so it's so funny. And Annabeth was just like, okay. But I was getting some serious vibes. Like, I know they had a little bit of trouble all right up in there during the fight, but I'm like, now, I'm a Christian, and I'm openly against homosexuality. But I was totally picking up Will and Nico. I'm sorry, but I totally was. But the characters in this book was so good. We didn't get much of Hazel, which was honestly fine to me because whenever she was there, like in the other books, she wasn't really there. She was just kind of, I mean, she didn't really do anything. She was just kind of there. I mean, she was pretty cool in House of Hades, and I really like her with Frank, and I love Frank, especially after House of Hades, and he was so kick butt in this one too. Go Frank, I love you, man. And Piper was really cool. I don't know why people don't like Piper. Everyone's like, I don't know why people don't like Jason and Piper. No, I don't like Jason. He's boring. But I liked Piper. And I liked them together. Jason was a lot better in this one. He really was. He wasn't unconscious all the time. And he helped people out. And he wasn't just a useless butt sitting there doing nothing. Percy Jackson has absolutely been the reason that I ever started reading. Everyone grew up with Harry Potter, but I was never allowed to read Harry Potter. I was never allowed to read Harry Potter, so I decided to start Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson was my Harry Potter. I grew up with Percy, not Harry. And I know everyone was heartbroken when Harry Potter ended, and I was too. I mean, I wasn't going through with them, of course, like, because I obviously wasn't old enough and I just got into it. I was sad when it ended too. But this was my childhood. This is why I started to read. Because of these books, I know what I want to do with my life. I know that I want to be an author and some kind of anthropologist. And I know how to write better, and I know how a good character is supposed to be and how a good plot is supposed to flow. And I know how to put humor in dark times in books. And it's all because of Rick Riordan and because of Percy Jackson. I will never, ever forget this book. Ever. Because I grew up with this. Ever since I was like 10, I read these books. And I know that that's not exactly keeping up with it, but I can't help that I was born in 2000. But seriously though, seriously, people who are like, it's too juvenile, sorry. That is it is not juvenile. The writing might be like, if you're too old for Percy Jackson, then you're too old. That's all I have to say to you. But also, this plot was just so good at how everything flowed, and I mean, oh my gosh, it was just so good. And like, this cover is not exactly my favorite. I wish that was Percy instead of Jason, and then there was some Annabeth on here. But the overall color scheme and the spine is gorgeous too. The spine is gorgeous too. But when Leo sacrificed himself, I was proud of him. I was proud for Leo that he got to be, the big almighty one. And I was just so proud of him. And I love how Nico and Hazel's relationship progresses in this book. At the end, how, he moved into the Hades cabin with her, and how they're, sitting there just talking as siblings, just normal siblings. And oh my gosh, Percy and Annabeth are going to high school together in their senior year, and they're going to college together, and they're going to get married and have demigod babies. I am very furious about one thing. Why wasn't there an epilogue? Excuse me, I need an epilogue with Percy and Annabeth's demigod babies, and Frank and Hazel's demigod babies, and Nico and Liam and Calypso's baby, and I need that. I need that bad. Yeah. Can I have that? Please? Please, can I have that? Why wasn't there an epilogue? Come on, there's 10 books surrounding these characters. And we didn't get an epilogue? Why? Why? Why was that not a thing? Overall, this book was just amazing and heartbreaking, and I am very, very, very sad to have to say goodbye to this series, because I've been with them for so long, and I'm going to miss them so much. All I can say is thank you, Rick Riordan, for writing all these books continually and for impressing me with them with humor and plot and characters. Thank you for such a fun ride and a fun last 5 years. I love you so much, Rick Riordan, and I love you, Percy, because I know you're out there. You are real. You are not a fictional character. You are real. And just love all of these characters. It's been a really fun ride. Thank you so much, Rick Riordan, and thank you guys for watching this, and I'll see you next time.